the cars are lined up on the grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing!
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
G'day everyone, welcome back to Wheel Racing. Tonight we are here at Fuji Speedway in the foothills of Mount Fuji in Japan. 16 corners, 4.5 kilometers of absolute chaos and amazing racing. Tonight with me here in the commentary box is Untouchables.
Good evening, Dragon. Voice of Little Riddle. Thrilled to be here with you tonight in the commentary box for what's going to be an awesome night of racing for you guys listening to.
It's always some great racing in Split 2. And we have Ando on the visuals here tonight as well.
G'day guys, looks like we've got some viewers already on the YouTube channel. Shout out to all the regulars, Hustle, DJ, Baldy, Dragon. Oh, that's you, mate. And we've got a bit of a new look to the stream tonight, so I hope you guys like it. Got a new, a slightly changed sponsor lineup and some new graphics to show off.
Yeah, love getting some new shiny things to show off here as we kind of, I guess, complete our rebrand of the league throughout this season. So very excited for what's to come here. But yeah, tonight, if you've got that track map ready to go there, Endo.
Yeah, let's have a look at it.
Yeah, so obviously Fuji, very, very long start-finish straight. Very good for the power cars coming into a very sharp turn one. Usually first or second gear, depending on your car. Turn 3, Coca-Cola corner, going to be a hot spot for penalties there, having it on the way in or out of the corner. 100R tyre killer, very heavy on the left-hand side tyres is this running out of Dunlop, a chicane, very tight, twisty section of the track, all that sector 3. And then, of course, Panasonic, turn 16, the very tricky sweeping right-hander that leads you back onto the start-finish with a couple of different lines. Should be very, very exciting to see what these two guys do tonight.
Yeah, well, it's very important to try to see us out of Panasonic run a nice wide line, drop back in. Almost want to fix a corner as you get into the straight. So, looking forward to some awesome racing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely crucial to get a good run onto that start-finish straight. And we should have qualifying kicking off shortly, so...
it's a little bit off camber as well, a couple of these corners as well, so that just also just makes those corners a little bit harder to find the apex on as well.
Yeah, definitely that sweeping right-hander, kind of, I think it's about turn 14, 13 there. Off camber, right-hand corner that leads you into left-hand off camber can be very, very crucial. If you miss your timing in there, wide of the apex, you're going to be in trouble. As we all sit pits. Yep, everyone leaving pit lane here. Looks like we have Jonesy leading the field around, currently coming up as the number 9, but that's going to change itself as everyone comes to the first sector timing board. That 13R Aston Martin. I haven't seen too much of the Aston Martin here this week, but I'm sure it'll do quite well as it's got great acceleration up to about 5th gear.
Yeah, the Aston Martin doesn't go monster car choice. It's changed slightly, but it's good to see the Aston make a return to the league. It's an awesome looking car with a nice big wing on the back of it, and that toothpaste livery as well, and we've got a Dale following in the yellow hot rod Ferrari for Dam Racing. Surprised to see him drop down split, considering his amazing his last season. And we've got Smurf and Suitblade followed closely behind in third and fourth at the moment, looking to pull some slippers. Suitblade in fourth position, just gap Smurf a little bit. Possibly look to see him make a pass here going for turn one, in what sort of run he gets. Who we got in fifth place?
Your teammate there, Mid-Risky, in the Cornflakes car, run down the start finish. Then following his Queensland Devil in the Corvette. Corvette are very strong around this track. Speaking of, ripped off just behind him in another Corvette.
Position 8, we've got another one of the big Corsa Barbie girls in Forza 777 making an appearance here in Split 2 tonight. So congratulations to Forza. And then Mackajack in P9, a bit of a surprise. We were saying a bit earlier. Staying. Former member Feiners a couple of seasons ago, raced the old brick for a season. Really well with it, but yeah, surprised to see how well it's been going so far for Mackajack.
Yeah, Mackajack feeling at home in that car. It's a very kind of point and shoot type of car, very heavy on fuel and tyres, but if you can work around those, it's not too bad to drive. Following Mackajack.
Real quick, Bob gets a penalty on his first qualifying lap, pulls out off to the side, so he's only got one shot left to put in a decent time.
Their lap too, but yes, Broken Spoke now in 9th in the toothpaste machine, 13R vehicle. Down in 11th is Flossie in the Peugeot. Behind Flossie's Cyclone Dan, teammate in the Mercedes, and then you throw like another low and slow teammate. Rounding out the pack as we jump up with Jonesy as he comes towards the line to complete his first qualifying lap.
Times we're expecting to see pole position. 36.8 already, 36.7 Dale.
Smurf a little off at 38, so we're in the high 36s, low 37s at the moment. Just about where I'd expect. I reckon Dale and Jonesy can go a little quicker if they milk everything out of this lap, but you only have 2 shots to set a time. So Flossie with a 36.5 there in Pug. Nicely done by him. Oh,
nice.
And with no slip as well, so that's an awesome run there from Flossie. He's really bringing his pace back up.
Yeah, Cyclone Dan jumping up to 4th there as well, following Flossie around, getting a 36.8. Jonesy has gotten a penalty, so no improvement out of Jonesy there as well. So that's Dale looking us around here as we approach the 3rd sector, coming into the chicane now. Very, very tricky to get right. You got to keep it tight on the right-hander and open it up on the left. Coming through this off-camber right-hander here, it's very, very tricky. If you get it wrong, the car just slides off the track.
And Superbad sliding off the track after the chicane, so that's his second lap over.
Okay. Now, Dave approaching this final corner here.
And Flossie just cut the exit of the chicane as well, so he's lost his lap now. Unless he can get back in front of Cyclone Dan, give him a bit of a tow down the straight. It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Here we go. Dale Teagues with the 37.1 the time around, so no improvement out of Dale. Smurf with 37.9, good improvement there. I believe that's about half a second off. Dev with a 37.3.
Cyclone Dan's probably the next one to come across the line.
Oh, Mackajack at 37.5. Ripped up 37.5.
Cyclone Dan, 36.
Up into second. Ooh, low and slow, locking out the front row right there.
He got a good tow from the Peugeot, didn't he?
No, Peugeot was
start of his lap,
him.
I think. Yeah, I think he got the tow and then went round. Then got round him from a mistake, maybe.
Yeah, I believe that. A tow down the straight would have helped him there, but low and slow, locking out the front row of the grid here. That Peugeot on the front row of the grid, which I don't think many were expecting to see, but it's also not great off the line, so it could be tricky. Where's our first Corvette? It's all the way back in about 7, so
Watch
That'd be
Dale off the
interesting to see
line.
where
He
they
knows
go.
how to launch that Ferrari. So
Here we go. 3, 4 lights, 5 lights on. The revs are up. And we are green and off the line. Plenty of tyre smoke coming out of Flossie. We see a couple stuck into the middle of the track there. Dale brings it across to the inside to cover off any overtakes. Flossie sweeps across into second. Dan holds third. Jonesy and Mid are side by side for fourth here as we exit turn 1.
going to be fighting for
touchy.
Dunlop curve. Who's going to... And Drewski pulls in behind Jonesy there for Dunlop curve.
I didn't see who it was. I believe it was Ripped up going too wide with broken spoke through turn 3 there. As we all wind our way through 100R, the tyre killer here. A couple of guys in the back of the field looking to make moves early. But the front, Dale and Flossie are already starting to build a little bit of a gap to Cyclone Dan. If they're not careful, they'll lose touch and drop right off. So, absolute crucial times here for your strategy if you are in that mid-pack to not let go of the guys ahead here.
Super quick, let's mention the race format for tonight. We've got a 6-lapper, 10-minute sprint race here, so it's pivotal not to lose any time with the pack. Race 2 will be a 12-lapper reverse grid, and then race 3 will be 18-lapper, also reverse grid with a pit stop required for medium tyres. So a 10-20-30 format tonight. Seem to just be attacking Jonesy down the inside of his place. Doesn't get the run out of the exit though, but hopefully the toe can come back to him towards the end of the straight. So watch out for the suit and have this hit back.
So our top 7 all still in the slipstream of each other. Ripdoc has
Flossie
fallen
looking
off
down
that
the
as
inside of Dale. Sorry to interrupt there, Dragon. Flossie down the inside of Dale. Cyclone Dan also down the inside of Dale as well. Dale's down first to third. And the low and slow guys have taken the lead for the race again.
Yeah, Flossie now with that rear gunner of Cyclone Dan there to help him out. And we'll see if Dale decides to try and come back at him or if he's happy to just sit behind here and try and break away from the rest of the pack as Jonesy is barely hanging on to that slipstream as they come through 100R here.
Got a small gap showing itself between 7th and 8th place to 2 flat out guys. About a second between those guys, so small break in the field's pace at the moment. So don't want to see that in such a short race time.
It's very easy to do though. I was watching as Queensland Devil and Rip came into the straight, and it was at 0.8 of a second and at a second at the end of the straight. So he barely missed out, and that gap just ran away. As we all wind up through Sector 3 here, coming into turn 16, and it is Flossie leading Cyclone Dan, who is about half a second clear of Dale as well. Everyone looks to be line astern for the most part as we come down the start-finish straight here. I don't see many people losing touch, except for maybe Bosser at the back, who's had a bit of a rough time. 1 second gap to the car ahead now.
Yeah, and Dale and Jonesy both not making too much time in the slip there. And it looks like Suitlad was already ahead of Devil Race.
Ooh, Jonesy got loose on the exit of turn 1 there, mid-risky, looking up the inside as we approach Coca-Cola curve. And Jonesy backs out of it. Oh, mid goes deep. That might be a penalty there, though.
That was a very
Suitlad around the outside.
Very shallow entry there from Madruski, so he's dropped 2 positions to Suitlad and Jonesy. Good job.
Lucky to avoid that penalty. Oh, and he's gotten a bit heavy on the loud pedal there and almost gone round.
Penalty behind for Queensland Devil. He got 2 seconds. Russell got that at Coca-Cola curve, and he just dropped like a stone.
Yep, gone from 7th all the way down to 12th place now has Devil. That's very unfortunate, but it shows how crucial that keeping on the racing surface is. The Gr3 Motorsport stewards are not very polite when it comes to corner cuts.
And just popping back up front, top 3 had now got a 1.7 second gap over Jonesy. Dale's right under the rear ring there of Cyclone Dan, so see what sort of toe Dale gets down the straight here.
Yeah,
Ferrari
another
versus, and
interesting thing here is that Flossie has broken away from the front, so Dan does not have any slipstream to help defend this position either.
And looking down the inside, Dan just
well
to keep
ahead.
up his position. Fighting around the outside a little bit, but yeah, has to give up the position to Dale Teague. So Dale's back up into second and has broken the rear gunner roll there for Floss, but Floss has got a nice lead of about a 1 second gap with 2 laps to go in this first race.
Yeah, Flossie in a really strong position. Unfortunately, that Pug doesn't have a whole lot of straight line, but the Ferrari's a little bit better. But if Cyclone Dan can stay in that slipstream on the straight, he might be able to challenge Dale by the end. He's had a rough corner exit there, though, and is at about 7 tenths behind, so one mistake and he's out of it.
Yeah, he's been struggling with his tyres this week, so I expect him to maybe fall back through the pack actually in these next 2 laps.
And behind the top of the front for the final podium slots in with Suitlad and Jonesy neck and neck at the moment. So there's battles galore at the top of the field here for podiums and for minor positions outside the podiums. As Suitlad's looking down the inside of Jonesy, gets the move done. Jonesy's got the inside line coming onto the straight. This is going to give Madruski perfect prime position for a slip down the straight if he can get the exit.
No, he's not got the exit. He's 8 tenths back, so he's missed out by about a tenth there on that slipstream of those 2 up ahead. But Jonesy is in a prime position to take that spot back off of Suitlad. He elects for the bump though, and that was a massive hit too. So I'm not quite sure why he decided to do that. Maybe waiting until next time around to make that move.
Pretty smart actually with Jonesy behind you.
Yeah, that bump also.
Sorry, with Whiskey in the Cornflakes mobile.
Yeah, any fighting
sort of stay clear there.
into that.
Yeah, that bump though, I noticed that bump from Jones, he just sort of all but destroyed his momentum down the straight there. I mean, we're talking tenths that he's lost in time. We'll see how he goes here for the final lap.
Just got a little bit loose getting on that curve on the exit there, but holds it. Oh, Suitlad going wide, dipping 2 tyres in the dirt as well.
A lot of runoff space there outside of that, on the outside of that hairpin there in the midpoint of the lap. It's very hard to milk the penalty on the outside of that curving.
This round's all about tyre wear, isn't it, guys? So I wonder who's looking good on tyres now for the last lap. Might be able to make some inroads.
Well, I can tell you now that you were correct about Cyclone Dan. He's shredding his front tyres as opposed to the guys around him. But everyone's tyres in the top, I'd say 5 or 6, look very similar apart from Cyclone Dan.
Yeah, look, you can really do a comparison between Suitlad and Cyclone Dan tyres, both driving the same car. And Suitlad, it looks like he's got an extra 2 or 3 laps on his tyres ahead of Cyclone Dan.
Ooh, battle for 8th place right now. Ripdoc has just sent it up inside of Uthrolic. Uthrolic couldn't get the cutback and almost fell victim to Smurf there in the background as we run up to turn 3 here. So Ripdoc with a very nice move, but he has to defend against Uthrolic the rest of the lap. Smurf right on the rear bumper of Uthrolic as well. They are nose to tail. Smurf might have a look around the outside here. He's having a very big look. A little bit of contact made.
Don't want to be on the outside of that corner there because the space just disappears quickly, and the Hackerjack in that Mustang.
He's making it work in the Mustang. He's not a great run.
Ooh,
Smurf going to go inside.
3 wide.
He's gone deep.
Smurf pulls it up just, but Uthrolix is going to get the cut back here, or is he? He's got the inside line in this corner on Canberra. And he defends that position.
And there's Macca in the Mustang. Contact with the rear quarter of Smurf, and around he goes. Oh, that is very unlucky there for Smurf. He'll be a little bit frustrated, but Flossie in the lead is going to take out race 1. with 1.3 seconds over Dale. Managed to run away from Cyclone Dan. Cyclone Dan with a nice third. Stu Ladd bringing home fourth. Jonesy well in fifth. Mid sixth. Broken Spoke seventh. Ripdog's going to bring home 8th, Frolic in 9th, Devil brings it back to 10th, Macca and Bozza very close as they cross the line, and Smurf going to round out our field.
I mean, you can't sort of really blame Maccajack too much. It's the last lap in the last sector.
Yeah, you might be able to have a look at that replay now. Oh no, we can't.
It was very, very close. It was very slight contact as well, but on that off-camber corner, you've got 2 tyres on the rumble strip, so...
But well done to Flossie, getting a clean sweep for the first race. Pole position, fastest lap, clean race bonus. Led from start to finish pretty much, so well done there to Flossie, and low and slow.
Guess what? We got the Pug's biggest fan saying "yay" as well. G'day, Adam. On watching us on stream.
Looks like Low and Slow has taken a page out of the Milo Livery Boys book and filled up to.
Oh yes, going for that mid pack route there, and yeah, that's what I was referencing also.
I'm glad we can be on the same page here, Dragon.
Yeah, of course. It's unusual that Team Milo was on the same page, maybe in the same crashes, but... So we switch over to the Race 2 format, and man, tyre saving is absolutely crucial in this Race 2 here.
Yeah, look, Race 2 is a bit of a stretch for the softer compound of tyres that we run in the league, but these guys will have done plenty of practice throughout the week and will know where the limit is for their tyres and how hard they can push. But I believe we should really go ahead and thank our sponsors for the stream this week, Dragon. If you want to go ahead.
Absolutely. We do have Brisbane Insurance Brokers jumping on board with us for this season. Brisbane Insurance Brokers have been recognised as the best in commercial and industrial insurance, and they can help you with all manner of general insurance needs, including personal for your home and car as well. So if you need any of those things, please visit brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au. We also have Next Level Racing to thank. They are world-leading brand in your simulation gear. I believe you have one of their rigs as well there, Touchy?
I do. I have the GT Light rig, and probably one of the best purchases I've made. Set myself up in a bit of a smaller size room, so if you don't have the space for a full all-out rig, the GT Light by Next Level Racing is a nice alternative for your racing needs and desires.
Absolutely. So if you do need any kind of gear like that, please have a look at nextlevelracing.com. We also have to thank Racers, who are providing dedicated support for motorsport event operators from grassroots to professional level in southeast Queensland at races.world. And we have, of course, Future Studios, some amazing clothing there out of Melbourne, the place to get all of your streetwear, and they have a new exciting website being launched in 2022, so keep an eye out for that one there shortly. So big thank you to all of our sponsors there.
These streams would not be possible without you guys, and Racers being probably one of our longer time supporters of our work. I'm sure keep an eye out on streams week in, week out, looking for that next Jimmy Broadbent world of racing.
Absolutely.
Speaking of industry leaders, how about we have a look at the leaderboards, guys? Start off with the teams.
Segue there as we jump into the team's leaderboard. Unfortunately, I hear Andrew giggle there. Rusty's racing with a fairly hefty lead over the rest of the field there, as Tombo is showing some great leadership there. Apparently I've heard something about it being Scout, but I don't quite believe that one. DAM Racing coming through in second at the moment. V-Corsa holding on to that third. We have one of our newer teams this season, Scuderia Gr3 coming into fourth. We've got Team Toothpaste 13R Autosport in fifth. Flat Out Racing in sixth. The Serial Killers in seventh. And Low and Slow bringing it home in eighth at the moment.
And the DIV2 leaderboards at the moment, no surprises. Flossie and Jonesy leading the way.
Yeah, Flossie has driven really well, showing the use of that pug. And Jonesy from 13R in that Aston Martin. Love seeing the Aston Martin do around here. It treated me nicely. Das Patron not racing here tonight, but sitting in third. And Nick Frisky currently in fourth. We saw earlier on having a nice little battle.
Yeah, it's really tied up in the top end of town there for Division 2, and Flossie has not lost any pace whatsoever after coming back from an ankle injury, a foot injury. Well done to Flossie, leading the way with the new team and taking Div2 honours so far. But it's only early in the season, we're only about a quarter so far, so there's still plenty of time for the leaderboards to shake around and change up. As we've got the field doing donuts dragon, so it must be time to kick things off for race 2. Pretty much time.
It's about that time for these guys as they all start to get a little restless coming into the start of the race, the end of the break in between, and we should be underway shortly. I believe almost the entirety of the field is there at turn 1.
You know what they say about Little when they're doing donuts, it's time to race.
Alright, getting started on race 2 here. 12 laps on the soft tyre. It's going to be absolutely brutal. Anyone on controller who is not careful on their tyre wear here, so...
Smurf and Boz will be leading the way off the first row of the grid, followed by Maccajack and Queensland Devil Racer in row 2.
I think the Queensland Devils the one to watch here as 3-4 lights are on. We have all 5 red lights illuminated. The revs come up with green and everyone is making their way off the line. It's Frolic with a great start as he ducks to the middle of the track. As we all just fan out approaching turn 1 here. Devils made his way up into third. They are side by side for the lead. Bozza and Smurf. Bozza goes a little deep. Smurf getting to the cutback. And there's a beautiful run as we approach through.
He's going to take the lead into turn 3. Jones is already up to 7th in that Aston Martin. And Floss is to 12th.
Yeah, some rubbing going on for 4th position there as well.
He's super wide. He saves it. He manages to save the grass, leaving the rear of that Lexus. So well done to Majewski for saving that.
I don't know how he's held on to that one. He looked like he was coming in that corner at a rate of knots, plus everyone else. But learning from my low failures last season and figuring out how to pull a car up instead of cannonballing through the others. But looks like Smurf leading the field as we come through towards the end of the lap. Devil holding on to the 3rd place and everyone nose to tail behind here. Oh, Ripdog getting a bit of slide on there as well.
A bit loud there, that Corvette. He doesn't need to. He's got the power, he's got the torque. And
beautiful run off of that corner as well.
End of lap 1 and then bumper to bumper pretty much. Smurf trying to break the toe and Bozza doesn't follow him, which is very interesting.
Also getting that bump draft from Queensland. Smurf breaking that slip and we all start to fan out into turn 1. Devil looking up the inside. Bozza's gone pretty deep. Left that door wide open for Devil, but Devil broke conservatively and pulled it up in time. As we come through Coca-Cola corner here, he's got a very nice run, so he's still right with Bozza, but Smurf could get away here. About a 6/10 gap at the lead at the moment.
Yeah, not a lot of passing opportunities around Fuji here. Only a couple of big heavy braking zones at both ends of the circuit are your main passing opportunities, but even still, the chicane we're here at the moment, as Ripdock gets a nice big shunt into the corner, causes traffic chaos in through the chicane there. Your hydraulics comes out in 5th and it comes out in 6th. I don't think any positions would change. And then just back behind the pack there, Broken Spoke losing out for Dale in 8th and 9th spots. And Dale's not hanging around anymore. He wants to get through this field. He wants to get up to the front there, and he wants to get away from Flossie.
Yeah, Suitlad looking around the outside of Broken Spoke now as they get very close. Oh, Jones with a big slide on the exit of turn 16. Suitlad moves across and gives Flossie the slipstream. Flossie's also being pushed by the Mercedes of Cyclone Dan here as well, trying to make that pass on Broken Spoke, but the power of the Aston at the moment is just holding them both off.
And Cyclone Dan pulling out behind, and Floss big deep dive on the brakes there, down on Broken Spoke, and Cyclone Dan gets through as well. Gets a little bit loose on the exit. Broken Spoke finds the AstroTurf on the exit back corner. A hard spin puts him back into 13th spot, so unlucky for 13R there.
13R still does have Jonesy in 9th, fighting to get some good points, but Flossie looking around the outside in that Peugeot, turns to the inside of this next left-hander. And he clears him.
Nice move.
Beautifully done.
Jump on board for a replay if you want, guys.
Absolutely. The very nimble little pug making it way around the outside there. What a move.
Jump on board with Jonesy. And he's holding it tight. And you'll see here, folks, on the left-hand side, all of a sudden, there's a little pug just sneaks his way in. Lovely move.
We jump up into 7th now. Dale's looking everywhere he possibly can from on Midrisky, who's being held up by a Euthrolik a little bit as well.
And Ripdock up ahead there in 3rd spot, going sideways again out of that corner, and Midrisky's looking down the inside of the Euthrolik there again. He's not going to get the run. Dale's right up under the bumper there of Midrisky. Midrisky signalling him to pass.
Jump up to 2nd here. Queensland has a massive overspeed on Smurf. He's going to try and make the move for the lead as we come into the braking zone here. He's completely alongside later on the brakes and pulls it up. Oh, a little wide by the apex, but he pulled it up nicely. He's got a decent enough run to hold off Smurf as we run up to turn 3 here.
Back in 6th place, Dale takes Midrisky side by side into 3. Midrisky again just slides in behind Dale. Very smart decision then to go 2x2 through that fast sweeping left-hander into 100R.
I can very much confirm that. I tried to go around the outside in my race earlier and it did not end well for me. Looks like a bit of a cork in the bottle here. Whilst 777 is playing.
Dale Teague's just trying to sneak in there on the inside of your throat. The track disappeared very quickly there for Dale.
He's looking racy, isn't he? He's got some support from his teammates on the stream looking on tonight too.
Yep, so Dale looking to get past Euthrolik looking to get through Bozza. So we're having a little bit of a cork in the bottle.
Boz is doing a job for V-Course, who's placing his car in the right spot to maintain position, and the guys are having to sort of compromise themselves to try and get the run on Bozza to get past the car.
Oh, Cyclone Dan! Down in dead last now, caught up to AstroTurf on the exit of turn 16. I don't know if you want to try and get a replay of that one there.
Yeah, we'll go to a quick one, mate. Jumping on board with him now. What's this, the last corner? Just gets on the loud pedal and onto the Astro. And as he comes back onto the track, you got to lift. You can't stay flat through there.
Yeah, that mid-corner bump unsettling Mercedes, and around he went. It's very unfortunate. He was working his way through the field with Flossie quite well. Speaking of, Flossie now right up behind Dale in 7th place. So there's two trying to shield through the field together here.
With position shuffles through there while we're on replay as well. Uthrolics managed to get past Lazar, and Madruski just dropped a couple of positions on the exit to turn 1 as well while we're on replay.
Dale having half a look up the inside. Ooh, Flossie makes a little bit of contact with him there under braking mid, having half a look around the outside. It's not going to turn into anything there, and he does look out to Suit Lad on the exit of the chicane as well.
That's one corner there that you can't look around the outside on us with all the switching back and
yeah, this battle for 5th place is really starting to heat up. So Dale with his nose up the inside of Bozza gets a nice run. Flossie also got a good exit here, so depending on the power of that Merc and power of the Ferrari, Flossie could get a 2-for-1 special hit as we approach turn 1.
I'm checking tyres out around the field.
He should bump Dale.
Oh, he's going for the move.
Yeah, he's going for it.
He knows he loves a bit of a bargain here. Late on the brakes. Bozza found his marker very nicely there to defend from Dale. A little bit of door banging going on, but Flossie gets it done. Dale's got around!
Oh, no. He was on the turf.
He'll be spewing. I was talking to him before the race, and he said he's had a spin every round so far this season, and that tradition continues, unfortunately.
Bit of bumper damage as well, going into the arm code barrier there.
Go to a quick replay.
Yeah, we'll jump in and see. He'll be hating that we go to a replay of that one, but...
Yeah, he's in the middle of the two, coming up to turn 1. And he exercises discretion, lets them both go, and then, yeah, he's done it himself. Once again, doesn't lift. When you've got one wheel on the AstroTurf and the other on the track, you've got to lift.
Well, I've got to say, that was a damn good incident, though, from Dale.
That was pretty spectacular. I think he might be beaten by Cyclone Dan spinning out of the last corner for the best spin of the day, but he's done a decent effort to try and come back at it. Midrisky in 8th, currently looking very aggressive on that back bumper of Bozza, who's defending so well up until this point as we approach the halfway point of the race.
And I was trying to allude earlier there that Dale's tyres were looking so much better than everyone else's in the field that he was racing at the time, so unfortunate that that's happened when it did, because Dale was looking really good tyre wise. But just getting 7th place goes down the inside of Bozza. Bozza sort of gives up that position there, knows to fight another day with Madruski, or tag along with Madruski and try and pull himself back up towards the and a couple of extra positions. And
with that said, he does have Jonesy breathing down the neck of the Barbie there after a half spin earlier and losing a couple spots. Jonesy's really on a mission now to try and make up some places too. So another thing to take note of, up in 4th. Ooh, as I mentioned it, Uthrolic getting a little loose on the corner exit there, but Flossie, the team captain of Low and Slow, pulling to the inside of Uthrolic, his team member Uthrolic looking to hold it around the outside. It's not going to happen, and Flossie's going to take that spot and get onto running down Ripdoc and Smurf. I can't see him chasing down Devil, but I could see a second place in the options for Flossie here.
Quite achieving here so far for Devil Race. He's got the fastest lap at the moment with 38.0, and he's built out a 3.3 second lead on Smurf, so quite a cheaper reward so far. Race 2 goes to Devil Racer in that flat out racing Corvette, and Ripdoc looking to make a flat out 1-2. Dragon, do you reckon we could have teams knocking out 1-2s all night tonight?
Well, I was going to say yes, but Ripdoc's gone for the bump on Smurf here. Smurf flashes the hazard saying, yep, thank you very much there, so maybe these two looking to defend against the rest of the pack rather than fighting for that second spot here.
You got Flossie coming up super quick in that pug, and I'm going to say his tyres aren't looking too flash hot, especially on the front left and the rear left. Looking at quite heavily worn as Smurf goes wide at 100R. That gives Ripdock position and almost looking for the cutback there. That doesn't work. They both missed their apex.
Yep, so
into the next
Ripdock
corner.
received a little bit of a bump from Smurf there. Flossie thought that might open the door, but not quite. Now that he is in that slipstream, though, could be a threat, but the Jag and the slipstream of a Corvette is a dangerous combo with a straight as long as Fuji offers.
This is where the bug shines though through this final second here. Twisty turning off camber corners. Smurf has forgotten to turn hazards off there.
He's just saying that he is the hazard at the moment in that Scuderia Quadrifoglio Martini livery there.
I think he's still saying thank you to Ripdock for the bump trap.
Does run a little wide of the apex. Flossie getting a bit of a slide on corner exit as well. He's got a better exit, but that Jag is just going to pull down the straight with the slipstream assistance of the Corvette.
There we go. There's the Jag pulling away from the Peugeot. Your Throgs and Suitlad not benefiting too much from a tow as well behind the box.
If we go back to 10th place, we've got drag race down the start-finish straight between an Aston Martin and a Mustang, and the Mustang has won out. Oh, Jonesy is well off track.
I think Jonesy was eyeing off that drag race down the front straight and missed his braking mark, and he's falling in behind Mackage with the broken spoke. So Jack Mustang is up in the 9th spot.
And that battle at the front is starting to heat up yet again. You throw it looking up the inside of Smurf. A little bit of contact on the mid part of that corner, but makes his way on through. And Flossie absolutely harassing the back end of that Corvette of Ripdock.
I'd say a Devil Race is in another country at the moment. 5.1 seconds to the Ripdock. Ripdock was either playing the amazing Bottas role for the team, or Queensland Devils just found some amazing pace in that Corvette.
And looking at his lap times, he's been in the mid to low 38s for 8 laps now. So that is some incredible consistency from Queensland Devil in this Corvette here as well.
Especially as the tyres start to die off now towards the latter ends of the race here. This is sort of he'll start to build his tyre with looking at his times again. He's looking for another consistent 38s. He's still in the 38s.
And it looks like Flossie could have a go at second place here. Finally getting that slingshot as the Pug winds up into 6th gear.
Does he get the slingshot though?
He got the slight overspeed very nicely up the inside. Ripdock can't come back for any type of cutback, and the maneuver's made beautifully. Can he defend that second spot though? I see no chance of him catching Devil without a big mistake.
Suitlad in your Throgs, 2x2 into turn 3. Suitlad gets moved under the outside. Gets your Throgs shallow into the corner, so he loses a bit of time out there to Suitlad. And Smurf as well in 4th spot is just starting to struggle a little bit on those morning softs.
Going backwards a bit. Tombo thinks he's getting rid of the blinker fluid, so that it'll make the car lighter.
That's a good call there, Tombo. I think that's probably exactly what's going on.
It's worth an extra 5Ks down the straight, I think, if you can dump that
I'm
blinker
just
fluid.
going to point out really quickly that Dale has his pit dove into the pits. He's going for fastest lap here. He's still got about a quarter of a tank and some fresh soft tyres, so that purple lap of Queensland Devil could be in danger here.
Yeah, that's a good team. That's a good team play. Like, he's going to hurt his overall race time, but he might be able to get a bonus point or 3 for his team. So good on you, Dale.
Yep,
Very often that you see drivers in this league sacrifice overall race time for the fastest lap.
If we jump up into 4th here at the moment, sorry to cut the end of your statement off there. Smurf is defended for everything he's got against Suitlad and Gr3. He's got a massive overspeed here.
They're going to go through wide here. They're going to go through wide here.
Gr3 bumped. Gr3's gone for the bump on Suitlad to try and send him to the inside. He is late on the brakes. He's going to pull it up beautifully. Smurf's going to try and hold it around the outside. Suitlad's got a beautiful exit in that Mercedes though.
Yeah, Smurf's maybe just backpedaling through the field now, isn't he? Struggling on tyres.
His tyres aren't too much worse than the guys around him, but a big thing is knowing how to drive on your worn tyres as well. So maybe struggling at this point.
That times have just steadily fallen off. The last three have been the 1 minute 40, so learning to drive on those worn softs and still work out decent lap time is a very big key skill.
He's giving him a little bit of a touch there under braking as well. Throlic looking very aggressive. He wants this 5th place off of Smurf, and I think he's going to be able to do it if he's smart enough here.
Yeah, just having a look back as the players give a big out to Nodrisky. His tyres as well don't look all that great as well, so for Nodrisky to run a longer medium stint in race 3 later on tonight, really holding the team high in 7th place.
Oh, Smurf's loose on corner exit there as well.
He's going to be a sitting duck, I think, now.
And just ahead of them as well, I can see Suitlet following Riptok across the track, so we'll keep an eye on both here as they're both pulling alongside at the same time.
And Smurf's shuffling back in. He wants the other side of the racetrack. He doesn't want to be held shallow.
So Throlic deciding to be part of the middle of the racetrack there. Smurf pushing back against a little. Oh, a bit of oversteer from your Throlic. That Jag has got a nice exit here. Smurf trying to hold your Throlic shallow again. Your Throlic just flips the throttle. Says it's not worth it. Hold the 6th place. It's not worth bringing mid in to steal that place right at the end here. And while we were watching that, Suitlat has snuck up by Riptok into that 3rd place. So great move there for the V-Course team.
And this is up into 2nd as well. Still about 5.6 seconds behind Devil Racer. Devil Racer just a clinic for race 2 tonight. An absolute clinic. He's owned this race and has really shown everyone how it's done.
I mean, we may as well stay on board with him here as he rounds the last couple of corners to take his race victory here in race 2. It's going to be a big ask for him to repeat it in race 3, but it's definitely possible with it being the longer of the 3 races we have for tonight.
And Dale Teagues as well has pulled the fastest lap there as well, 37.
That's scary. That's putting everyone on notice for when Dale puts the softs on in race 3. But Devil is going to take that race win. Flossie's fought his way up to 2nd very well. Suitlat is going to claim 3rd. Ripdoc is going to come home in 4th. Smurf is holding off your Throlic for 5th. Mid's going to bring home 7th. Bossop is going to just beat out Mac Jack for 8th here. Broken Spoke is going to beat out his teammate of Jonesy there for 10th. Cyclone Dan's going to bring home 12th after that spin. And we're going to see Dale come across the line here in 13th after taking that fastest lap. He's not able to beat it again, but 2 back-to-back 37s there out of Dale to finish it off for a little bit of confidence booster.
Again, that surprised me. That surprised me to see Dale in sacrifice the raw race time for fastest lap.
Yeah, possibly thinking that if this round's a drop round, he wants the bonus points for the overall.
Yeah, it's very, very unselfish from him there. But good thinking though. Good thinking though, because I guess it's no skin off his nose if this is going to be a drop round, and then he's just got, what do you get for a fastest lap? 3 points?
Yeah, 3 points for a fastest lap.
So he just got 3 points for his team.
And
for himself.
The beauty of those bonus points is they count season wide, so they...
Yeah.
So even if it does become a drop round, those points will be on his total at the very end of the season anyway. So yeah, it's a very smart kind of thinking towards the end of the season as well. Not just thinking for this round.
Yeah, Will to Will's had this system for a while. It's finally Formula One's caught up and they've adopted it as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's about time they caught up to us,
Yeah.
but the Queensland Devil taking that win and being our contact at Queensland Insurance Brokers here, might be a time to run you guys through one of the new features of our streams here.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll play a little ad that we've got here. Nice segue. Dragon, and yeah, we'll be back in a minute, folks.
Brisbane Insurance Brokers has been recognised as the best in commercial and industrial insurance. They can help with all manner of general insurance needs, including your personal insurance for your home and car. Contact them through their website, brisbaneinsurancebrokers.com.au, for all your insurance needs.
Can't appreciate how much work Farmers has done to build this league, but since he's left, it's just gone leaps and bounds since he's left. It's
Back with you guys now.
So yeah, new little feature that you'll be seeing a bit more of in the streams here, and a big thank you again to Brisbane Insurance Brokers for jumping on board with us for Season 9 here as we rebrand ourselves a little and move towards the future of wheel racing.
just wondering if Devil Racer could let us know if the Brisbane Insurance Brokers are footing the bill for wheel-to-wheel each race weekend for car repairs and maintenance and all that sort of stuff.
That would be a pretty big bill with how I've seen some guys drive, but yeah, there was a little bit of chaos in some earlier races that Ando might have been a little involved in, but we'll won't make him talk about that too much.
Yeah, there was no paddle damage. Let's put it this way: there might be a little bit of flat out paint on a Rusty's green Jaguar, but apparently there was maybe some lagging going on, so that one might get sorted out between the drivers this week.
Yeah, but we do love seeing a little bit of door rubbing going on in a close fight throughout the field here. And
yeah, door rubbing's one thing, but a little tap on the rear quarter to spin you around is another. But yeah, as I said, there might have been some lagging going on there, so it'll probably stay out of the steward's room, hopefully.
Now, while we have a minute or two before race 3 kicks off here, Touchy, how about you talk us through the possible strategies that we might see in this race here?
Yeah, so strategies here tonight, you probably look about anywhere between 10 to 11 laps on the soft tyres, and then about 6 to 7 on the mediums, depending on what sort of pace you're pulling out of those medium tyres and whereabouts you sort of start on the grid. It's common practice that the guys starting towards the back of the pack will burn their mediums out first and run the softs towards the end there. And then if you're at the front there, you sort of want to break away from the peloton on the softer rubber and run long for your first stint.
Yep, and we do see a lot of cars on the grid opting for that medium tyre to start with. A couple of guys on the start-finish straight practicing their launches as well, trying not to spin up the tyres here.
One thing
the guys that... Sorry, Touchy, but the guys that chew their softs will obviously maybe run a little bit longer on the mediums. So there will be a variety in strategies here tonight, I think. There was in Div 1, that's for sure.
Yeah, myself on the controller, I decided to run 8 laps on the medium tyre and go for 10 on the soft, as I kind of learned how to save tyres a little bit, but obviously for those who can do it better and keep more consistent lap times on the softs, I could easily see 11, 12 laps being made out of those.
Yeah, if you're interested, Tombo does clinics on controller tyre saving through the week, mate, if you want to join in.
Oh yeah, thanks for that one.
We could make you a temporary Rusty's team member for the week if you want. Join in one of Tombo's clinics, but you'll have to play a round of golf with him.
I'm sure you don't
on
want to...
2K21. And that'll be the price.
Before the Rusty's egos get too inflated here, we will kick off our third and final race of the night.
Look, I don't think you want to be associated with a rusty car team and a rusty old team as well, Wagon. The serial killers are here for you if you need us.
Well, I'm planning on being around for the draft next season, so we'll see how that goes.
Race 3, we've got Dale Teeks on the pole with Cyclone Dan as well in second place. That's your first row. Jonesy and Broken Spoke leading a toothpaste second row, and Maccajack and that Mustang 5th place.
Now, I feel like this is a very,
get a
very
launch
long
here.
hold on the lights here, but away eventually. 4, 5, the revs come up. We're green, everyone is off the wall.
Goes Dale.
Just like when Dan there, and Broken Spoke's got to run right up the middle here.
Dale's already a second ahead of the field, or pretty much a second ahead of the field as we get to turn 1. Dale's looking to put a statement
One of the
down.
lowest slope cars. And I believe they're 3 wide at the back of the field there. For a second, it's our top half of the field from last time around to 3 wide through turn 3 here, being Suit Lad, Flossie, and Smurf. Oh, there's still 3 wide. Flossie gets absolutely clobbered as Suit Lad rejoins. And Ripdog just lurking on in the background there. Flossie very wide again, so struggling on that medium tyre.
Yeah, we've got a penalty there for Suit Lad. 1 second penalty for Suit. And he's going to burn that now.
I think Dale might have had a penalty as well. He's gone from leading the now, so he's lost out to Dan, Spoke, and Jonesy here.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He was just
penalties
off
already
the distance.
Penalties already playing a big factor here in this third and final race, and not what Dale needs, especially starting on those soft tyres. He's got 3 guys on the mediums ahead of him, and the surprise there is Cyclone Dan, second place on the grid for the start of this race, on the medium tyres and leading the field to toothpaste 13R boys in second and third, and Dale's not making up too much pace.
And something to take note of here, Dale, the only car starting on the soft tyre out of our whole grid here. Dale is the only soft tyre runner, so he is going to look to absolutely send it.
That would explain his launch. At the start, he left it for dead, so.
Smurf wide into turn 1.
Ooh,
And he's spun it as well.
He's gone on the rejoin.
Where is he?
Dead last now.
And
Slowly trying to get going.
And we'll try a quick replay with him if you like.
Yes,
Jumping on board with him now.
Dale around the outside of Jonesy as we go to
Oh, he went way too deep, missed his brake marker by the looks of it, and then as he recovers, he loops it. Oh, unfortunate.
That's always the
So
worst too.
2 mistakes.
You go deep, you're like, all right, got to get back on the track, and you just get on that that loud pedal a little too much, trying to make up for the time you just lost, and around you go again.
He compounded his error, unfortunately.
Yep, and as Touchy was saying, as we went to replay, Dale managed to go around the outside of Jonesy at 100R, so beautiful move out of Dale there, and he's absolutely got the grip through the corners here as he looks up the inside of Broken Spoke.
Fires it down the end of the Broken Spoke there.
Yeah, hopefully he can get in the slip of Dan.
He's barely there. He's just in it. He's just getting the whispers by about 300ths of a second.
Yeah, he's got some recovery to do here. He's obviously up against it now that he's on the softs and everyone else is on mediums.
2 big Roaring Beach balls lying up behind Dale there. Broken Spoke looking for a move around the outside, but feathers out the throttle.
I was
Dale
going to
also
say,
going semi-defensive there.
I hope they don't use him as their brake marker because they're on mediums.
Ooh, and the Trolix is a little bit wide out of turn 1, back in position number 6.
Oh, Devil thought about going around the outside there, but must be thinking about having to cover the damage of the cars and thinking better of it.
The Devil's up to 7th already.
He is. That Corvette is a monster off the line, and he's fought his way through the field very well. Looking for a bit of a cutback neutral. It does turn it outside through these sweeping right-handers as well, but that Corvette has so much power down low.
And the Gimp has made his presence known in chat, mate. Yeah. You certainly do know how to come up with those one-liners, mate.
So Devil's going to be one to watch, obviously, if he's made his way to 7th already.
Sure, it's nice doing it on them medium tyres as well, so don't have to try and do that later on. It looks like there might be a little bit of a 13R battle up ahead as well. Broken Spoke and Jonesy very close together there through that left-hander. And Devil sneaking up the inside of your throttle into the final corner as well. Dale has managed to get past Cyclone Dan for the lead as well, using them soft tyres, but he's where he probably would have been, so he really wants to get a move on if he's going to have any chance.
Dale's going to have to be pumping out 37s, low 37s, if he's going to make up for that lost time. A little bit of a quarter spin out of turn 1 there as well. We did get the line just right.
We have a look at Queensland Devil again, looking up the inside of your Frolic coming in.
He gets the move done as well.
So what we missed there was Queensland Devil hanging around the outside of turn 1 to make that move. So awesome job there from Devil, and he's looking in great shape in that Corvette right now.
Nice surprise pack here so far in race 3 is Devil Racer. Really showing the true pace and potential of that Corvette. And your truck's a little bit wide as well into the end of the chicane. And compromises Flossie a little bit. Gives the position up to Flossie, looking to follow him through this final sector here and down the straight to tag team Devil Racer in that flat out Corvette.
I don't like the chance of Flossie being able to get up to Queensland Devil. He's kind of just hanging on to the slipstream if he gets a really strong exit here. But that Corvette just absolutely pulls once through in the higher gears. He is barely hanging on to that, and there we go, Devil pulling away now in the slipstream. No, he barely holds on, so at 7/10. And up ahead, Jonesy and Broken Spoke are side by side with Mid Risky in the background. Mid goes past Broken Spoke, and around the outside of Jonesy. Jonesy cuts off the track there, and Spoke goes back up the inside. So Mid with almost an amazing move there, and had to back out of it, unfortunately.
I think Jonesy helped Broken Spoke out there a little bit, just hanging Madruski high and wide there, and Broken Spoke looked like he got cut back there and was able to just fire through.
Yeah, and that fighting definitely helping the case of Cyclone Dan, who's got 1.5 seconds clear, and our first medium runner in the field at the moment, so definitely a good place for him to be in. If we have a look back in 6th place, Queensland Devil now has Flossie right up the rear bumper of that Corvette, and they are both looking to join that battle for 3rd as well.
And there goes sideways, and Flossie sideways as well on the exit of the chicane. The 213R boys up ahead are still fighting, still bickering for
no team orders going on there.
Oh, Broken Spoke gives Jonesy a little bit of push through the corner there, mate. Madruski's up me here, and Jonesy pulling out to get give his teammate the slip, and Madruski chances to follow in line astern.
It's a bit odd, the 13R boys are fighting for position, but then they work together to make sure Mid can't, and here he goes.
Down the inside, Madruski 2
Mid
for 1.
going for 2.
Oh, that's an awesome move from the Serial Killers team captain.
He did go deep, he's going to lose out one of those, unfortunately. He does hold that spot against Broken Spoke, and now they can't work as a team to hold him off. He's finally chopped away Broken Spoke and just has Jonesy now to chase down.
That was an awesome move by Madruski there down the inside. Almost took 2 for 1 there.
Yeah, do you want to play a replay? Sorry, I missed it at the time, so let's go maybe try a replay.
Yeah, we'll jump on with a replay. That one was a very good move under brakes from Mid, just overcooked it slightly, but beautiful move nonetheless.
He's got a massive run on the 2 guy. Brakes later than both of them, but he does run a bit deep, gets on the curb on the apex. He's compromised on exit, and yeah, one of the two-pace cars gets past him.
Spoke almost went around there, coming through the hairpin there. Flossie got into his rear quarter, and he almost went around, completely backed out, and Flossie went from being in 5th down to 8th.
And Madruski,
just a gentleman.
Majuki did Jonesy dirty again. Big, deep braking move into the chicane there and just held Jonesy. Yeah, he stopped it on the apex and held Jonesy wide.
Spoke is having a rough time. He got loose on exit at the last corner there. He's going to lose out on slipstream. He's going to lose out a spot
Who's in the pit?
That is
Devil
definitely...
Race is already down to 12 laps for his softs. I mean, he won.
He did well on it last time. Could be the strap for him. He was having some very, very nice pace towards the end of that race as well. So
He was sparking up that Corvette as well down into the pit lane, so that would have compromised him a little bit.
Yeah, if he was stuck behind someone, he probably just pitted and went to undercut them, which is exactly what I did. I was in the same boat in my race.
yeah, Devil was about to come right up onto the back of Jonesy and who have been fighting like there's no tomorrow. So Flossie in 6th place, right on the rear bumper of Frolic again, and I wonder if we'll be seeing the team orders come out here as Flossie pulls to the inside.
Your Frolics telling him go inside. He's going wide again.
And that's beautifully done. Beautifully done. That's how you communicate a pass there.
And just to give a
13R
quick
boys
update,
might want to take a note there.
and quick update, Dale's about 5.7 ahead of Cyclone. And how much more of a gap does he need to come out back on top of his random pit stops?
I think he's got a decent enough gap to be able to hold it. I feel like only the people in the top 5 can really trouble him from here. I feel like Flossie has the pace and Mid have the pace. Dan is also going to be very worrisome when he is on them softer tyres towards the end. Jonesy ducking into the pits as well off those medium tyres here, followed by Suit Lad and Broken Spoke as well.
Yeah, Dale's looking good now. He normally does look after the tyres really well in that Ferrari, so if he can go long now in clear air, he's sitting pretty.
We can also see on the left-hand side of screen there, he has taken the purple lap with a 37.975 on lap 6 on his soft tyres. So that is not a fresh soft tyre run. That is 6 laps of wear. And for those that are unaware at home, we do run a 5 times tyre multiplier. So that is the equivalent of 30 laps on those tyres, and he's setting his fastest lap of the race.
And Smurf as well was into the pits as well to get off his medium tyres. Smurf just looking to make some time up onto the back of the pack there, try
and consolidate the race time as best you can to try and still get a decent points haul here. So it looks like our closest cars that I can see together on track is the battle for 6th, Riptop and Bozza. The Corsa versus Flat Out here, Corvette versus Mercedes. So 2 very strong cars. The Corvette great on fuel and straight line speed, and the Merc is just an overall beast all around. Kind of the jack of all trades, master of none, I guess you could call it. So,
I like the Corvette down this straight now though.
Oh yeah.
Fiskey's in,
Does look
Flossie's
like they
in,
can hit,
Flores
and I think
is in,
Riptop's going to get held up here.
Oz's in,
Yeah, he's at the
Riptop's
lift.
in, Maccajack's in. It's all pit stop time now.
That might be the wildest pit entry I've seen out of Riptop. There he had a bit of a slide on through the hander. We'll say that Chicane doesn't slow people down anywhere near as much as it should. It needs to be an Autopolis style pit entry.
And Ripdoc, probably the heaviest user of the fuel there compared to all 5.
And Devil is going to sweep past everyone. He's going to get Flossie in mid here. Oh, Flossie might hold this. Oh, mid's gone deep. You can sure Flossie holds on to that one. He ends up losing out to Queensland Devil regardless, but Flossie's hanging on barely, and they're going to have the fresher tyres for the rest of the race too. But that's a nice little bit of an undercut there from Devil. He would have been back with Jonesy, and instead he's up here fighting for 4th place with Mid.
I gotta say, that was a big contact into the side panel of the West by Wojcicki there, and they both did a very good job to get on the backside.
Sure. I'll be keeping half an eye on Cyclone Dan this time around to see if they are finally going to blink into the pits here. With 29 seconds the gap between
Cyclone
Dan and
Dan's in.
Flossie here. There we go, Dale staying out. And coming
Dale's
in.
got another probably another lap or two on those soft tyres. Gap from Flossie to Dale is just a bit over 36 seconds.
So
Flossie's going to have to really hustle that pug around the next couple of laps to try and make up any sort of time on Dale.
yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on Flossie here to keep an eye on the gap between himself and Cyclone Dan as Cyclone Dan exit the pits here.
Sorry to interrupt there, Dragon. Drewski's had a spin somewhere.
Oh,
He's
no.
fallen all the way back down into 10th spot. There's a bit of damage there on the bumper as well. The bumper's flashing red. You guys won't see that on the TV.
So, what's just happened there as well is Cyclone Dan's come out of the pits and slammed into the side of Queensland Devil in the same fashion that Mid did into turn 1. So Devil is just keeping it from pillar to post right now and just cannot win here.
Oh, thank God we've got Brisbane Insurance Brokers on the on as a sponsor there. There'll be a few dollars worth of damage there for Devil Racer for the last 2 laps.
Absolutely, but that third place is looking like a hot commodity right now. You've got Devil leading Cyclone Dan, and then you've got Suitlad, Ethrolic, and Jonesy not too far behind off the back of them as well.
Dale's in the pits as Flossie's coming through the chicane now, so that's a 35-second gap.
Ethrolic has just gone that into the chicane as well there. That was an amazing move out of Ethrolic.
I'm going to keep an eye on Dale Teagues here for you, Dragon. There's a 35-second gap, which was about the start of the chicane there for Flossie, and I'll tell you where Dale's leaving the pits.
Yeah, we'll see how the Pug Life machine goes here. That low and slow Persian
Tyres
RC
are
set.
on, fuel's going in.
Flossie's coming towards the start-finish line now.
Fuel's out, Dale's out of the box. He's got a massive lead.
See that come down. Move there out of Devil Racer, sorry, that's what it was. Coming into turn 1, very late defensive move, almost ended up with a low and slow Mercedes up his rear bumper there. And just in the background, battle for 5th, side by side is Suitlad and Ethrolic. Suitlad backs out of it. Jonesy looking to take advantage of it, but decides otherwise.
And the magic number, when Dale was out of the pits and caught back up to speed, 7 seconds. And that gap is dropping very quick at the moment. It was 7.3 on the exit of turn 1, we're now down to 6.8 as Dale's heading into the chicane.
So it's almost a second a lap of asking there for Flossie to make up.
Which is doable.
It certainly is doable. He's going to have to be on his A game and protecting those soft tyres.
Yeah, this could come down to the wire.
I couldn't really feel too much of a pace difference between the softs and the mediums. Maybe Ando, our top split driver, could probably shed some more light on whether there's a pace difference or too much of a pace difference on the...
Even myself, there was about a second difference between the tyres for me. So, that battle for third has just gotten spicy. Devil! He's nosed it into the wall. He's got engine damage as well on the exit of turn 16. Oh, we're going to have to get a replay of that one, unfortunately, for Devil.
Where is he?
He's in 10th, rolling back.
Damage.
He's back in 12th position
Let's
now.
have a look at him now. We'll jump on board with him. He comes up to, where are we, the last corner here. He's got someone up his inside who just nudges him onto the AstroTurf, and he doesn't lift as he regains onto the track. That's 3 tonight, folks, in Div2 that have fallen victim to that. That's unlucky.
And Cyclone Dan has got the curb glitch coming to turn 3. That's a very, very close save there from himself. He has saved it somehow. He's lost out about 3 spots there, but
We're replay for that one as well for Cyclone Dan in position 6.
Yeah, I could try. I'm not sure.
We're not happy about that one either.
We're coming on board. We're watching him now. He runs wide and Yes, the curb glitch. There it is. Yep,
He's
he
done
wasn't
so
that
well
wide
to
on
leave
exit,
that.
and yeah, he keeps it out of the wall, fortunately.
But man, that's just snap oversteer in that Mercedes, unfortunately. And Devil with some passing comments, not too happy about their incident previously, but you could call that karma if you're in Devil's shoes there. But now
And,
that battle for third is your Frolic and Snoop-Lad.
And yeah, sounding like he's discovered gold in the wheel streams.
Yeah, it's been referencing that curb glitch a fair few times. I'm sure he's just happy that it was caught on stream. So
I knew it was the thing. It's like
the madman.
It's like the Loch Ness monster of GT Sport, isn't it? I knew it was the thing. There's one at Brands Hatch too.
That battle for third as well, heating up Suitlad, looking down the inside of your Frolic holding it around the outside of turn one and getting the better exit. I think he's going to be able to clear Suitlad as they approach turn three. They are. So your Frolic barely hanging on, but there is about 5.5 laps to go to hold that spot, so that is a big ask there.
And the gap between Dale and Flossie is now down to 5 seconds. Flossie has pinched the fastest lap of a 37.5. His last two laps have been a 37.5 and a 36.6 compared to Dale with a 36.0 and a 38.9. So
36.0 being his outcome as well.
So Flossie's gaining time hand over fist on Dale. So it's possible that we'll see a last lap or two battle between those two guys.
I think so. I think so. The last lap or two is going to be, in slip.
We've got a couple of spot fires starting up here as well, so we have that battle for third to keep an eye on. We've also got Cyclone Dan trying to make up for that little bit of snap oversteer on Broken Spoke as he looks up the inside here in P6. Nothing coming of it, but also to keep in mind, there's a battle pack of about 4 just behind
down
them.
The inside of Cyclone Dan, down the inside of Broken Spoke onto the straight.
Does the Mercedes have the legs?
V12 versus V8 in the Mercedes Dragon?
I believe it's a V8, yep. Looks like the Merc got the speed. Once that,
got the far better exit.
Once that Aston Martin is in 6th gear, it does lose a lot of its acceleration, so it's able to hold it off there. And Dan completes that move from 6th place. Just 2.5 seconds up the field as well. Third, they're side by side again.
He's looped it.
Into the barriers. 13.
No need for a replay there. We were watching that one. He just touched the curb, I think, when he was flat stick in second, and that
Fuji does not care who you are; they will chuck you into the wall regardless if you step off the track. So.
And Maccajack taking a face full of cone on the entry to turn 3. They're really daring the stewards to give him a penalty there in that Mustang.
He's hoping that camo messes with the cameras so they can't catch him here. But ripped off very close behind Maccajack. Oh, that was a big cut of that.
Cutted a lot.
There. And there it is.
There it is. 300. And I was going to say, it's not a pretty penalty.
And where do you burn that here? He's trying to burn it. That's
burning it now. Not a great idea, but
we'll move on from that one. We'll have a look back up towards the front of the field. That battle for third still going on between Suitlad and Yathrolic. Suitlad cleared out by about half a second, but now Yathrolic in that slipstream, and he's going to have a massive overspeed when he catches him. Suitlad swerving on the straight to break that slipstream, making his one move. Now goes defensive. Late on the brakes is Yathrolic, looking around the outside. No, looking for a cutback.
Gets the cutback, but can't get the overlap, and Jonesy as well is about 6 tenths behind this little battle pack here.
Speaking of a cutback, if we could queue up a quick replay of Bozza 777 there going into turn 1. That was a beautifully performed move there from him, holding up to that 7th spot.
I can try. Let's have a look. We'll jump on board with him. He's side by side with Mid, is it? Mid Risky?
Yep.
And the old 1-2. Look at that. The old 1-2 punch. Just keeps it tighter on exit, gets the gas on early, and job done. Well done, mate.
Yeah, was beautifully held there from Bozza. We saw him holding off half the field in race 2, doing well in his defensive efforts against Midrisky in that cornflakes car there as well.
And I think now is probably the time while we're into the final sort of echelon of this race, guys. If you're really loving the stream and loving this awesome racing here on the Sunday night, don't forget to like the stream here. One like equals one free insurance policy with Brisbane Insurance Brokers. That's straight from the Devil's
For your
Mouth
Gran
there.
Turismo car, of course. But checking back in with Floss, 3 laps to go, 3.7 seconds. So those soft tyres have worn out a little bit, and Dale's mediums are holding a bit more pace. Last time around, Flossie only 700th of a second faster, so that 3.7 seconds is looking like quite an effort to make up.
Jonesy down the inside of your throttles into turn 1, just last of the mate breakers there, and that Aston Martin up ahead of the low and slow Mercedes-Benz.
Speaking of low and slow Mercedes-Benz, Cyclone Dan only 1.4 seconds back off of them as well, so if they keep battling, he could be in with a chance to improve on this 6th place here.
Majewski and Boz are going 2 by 2 in through turn 3. Majewski almost got the move done down the inside, but then flies around the outside. He finds the grass again.
I don't know if I can keep watching Mid. He's done that a couple of times now, and once you get those 2 tyres on the grass, it's a 50-50 chance if you're going to hold it or not. And he might come under fire from Ripdoc now. Ripdoc in that Corvette staying semi-defensive here.
I think Majewski's running a rallycross round on the calendar for season 10.
Definitely heating up here for 7th place.
And Cyclone Dan
has rejoined that battle. Yes. Actually setting his fastest lap of the race last time around with a 38.2, so not a slow time by any means.
And your throttles has got the blinker going all the way down the straight here. Looks like it might give position up to Cyclone Dan. Stronger of the 2 Mercedes fight off the...
Oh, look at that braking performance from